Today on Houston Live, from winning The Voice Season 4 to becoming a country sensation, we'll chat with Cypress singer Danielle Bradbery. Plus, we are getting a taste of Irma Rose Winery and learning more about how the family-owned business came to be. And March is Brain Injury Awareness Month, a time to highlight the importance of getting the right treatment after a life-changing injury.
And how you can help support an iconic Katy barbecue restaurant after it burned down last month. All that and more happening today on Houston Life.
Live from Studio B and KPRC2. Houston Live starts now.
We made it to Thursday, folks. Welcome to Houston Life, March 18th, 2021. I'm Derek Shore, alongside a familiar face, Casey Curry, filling in for Courtney today. Hi, Casey.
Hi, Derek. So excited to be here with you guys today. I love Houston Life as a viewer. So fun to sit kind of on the other side of the desk today.
Well, you have been a television veteran. You know what you're doing, so I know you're very comfortable on this side of the desk. You are so well-liked here at KPRC2 and well-liked in Houston, so looking forward to catching up.
Well, and you know the feeling's mutual.
Oh, we don't see you often enough, Casey.
Right. Well, everybody's busy, and it's nice to see people actually in person.
I know.
I feel almost naked without my mask.
I know. We take off our masks just when we're here in Studio B.
That's right.
We do want to point out to our viewers very quickly that we're expecting to hear from Mayor Turner. I believe he will be making the announcement for the brand new police chief who will be replacing Chief Art Acevedo, who announced earlier that he's going to Miami.
Wow.
So stay tuned for that. When that happens, we will go to that live. But let's catch up with Casey
let's do
Curry
it.
for
Not
a
like
while.
we don't chat, but let's chat for the public.
That sounds good. That sounds good. So early on, when Houston Life first started back in 2016.
Wow.
Was that the first time we had you on the show? 2016 or 2017, maybe?
You know, I don't even know how long ago it was, to be honest. I feel like I've just known you guys forever, so.
And we feel the same, but I feel like when you connect with someone, that's a good sign when you feel like you've always known them.
It really is good.
So your family, you're married, and you have a daughter who's now 7 years old.
Well, I know a lot of folks watched me pregnant, you know, with Winnie many years ago doing the weather, and now Winnie is 7. Wow. So it just, of course, you guys know, all of you with kids know, they're just the light of your life.
And how's she doing with the homeschooling situation?
She's done really great. She's done virtual the entire time, but I just have looked at it as such a gift. I mean, when is she ever going to be 7 again? When am I going to get this time with her to pop upstairs at lunch and see her and have lunch with her? It's just such a gift to be able to be with her.
A pretty magical time.
Yeah, so we do YouTube videos sometimes. She'll want to do like science experiments.
Oh, cool.
Yes, so that was us recording and getting blown up, always with our safety glasses, of course. Winnie also loves beauty, as you can imagine. I don't know where she would have gotten that from, taking care of her skin. So she'll make face masks and all that kind of good stuff. There we were at Cacao and Cardamom. I'm sure you've been there before.
Yes.
We made chocolate shoes.
Those are chocolate shoes.
Chocolate shoes, and I'm pretty sure we ate the entire shoe each.
This photo of you two makes me smile so much. You can just tell you have such a strong bond.
I do love her very, very much.
Do people ask you all the time, okay, how do you do the mom thing? Because again, you were pregnant with Winnie when you were on the air, and since leaving meteorology, you know her as a media personality and meteorologist, Casey, people probably ask you, like, what have you been up to? How are you doing it all? Because I swear, being a busy professional, a spouse, a parent, it's a lot of hats to wear.
It is a lot of hats to wear, and that's actually something that I talk about with my new coworkers at Alliant Group. I've landed at a professional services firm, and I really am responsible for all of our community outreach there. And so when I talk to our other female leaders, this is a discussion that we have. You know, a lot of them are thinking about having children. They've just gotten married, and that's a real topic for women, and especially during the pandemic. I feel like a lot of the burden, you know, has fallen on women in a lot of ways to figure out how to care for their kids, do work amazing, and then, of course, you want to get back to the community. How do you fit all of that in?
Yeah.
And so it is definitely a challenge. Support is the biggest part. I always say my girlfriends and my husband, my family, that's what makes it happen.
Yeah, your community of people.
That's right.
It's so great seeing all of these photos of you doing what you love to do out in the community.
Yeah.
And one thing I love about you, Casey, is not only are you super busy, and I don't know if you sleep more than 2 or 3 hours per night.
No, never. No,
but
mom
you,
does.
you have found a way to use your public persona to not only give back to the community, but also to inspire other people out there. I know you're a huge proponent of STEM education.
Yeah, so science, technology, engineering, and math, that is really our focus at Alliant Group. And what a gift that now I get to help make that change for the next generation of maybe the next female meteorologist or the next Black scientist. You know what I mean? That's really what it's all about, is inspiring that next generation. So this is with the Women's Chamber, the Greater Houston Women's Chamber of Commerce. There I am with my colleague, Dorina. We were making STEAM at home kits for
cool.
Stevens Elementary. You can imagine every kid is at home learning in the beginning. And this is actually Deirdre Ricketts. You might remember Deirdre. She was our Elementary Science Teacher Award winner at HISD. We were on your show a couple of years ago. You were a media sponsor.
Of course.
And so that was her school. She called one day and was like, Casey, I don't know what I'm going to do. Our kids, they're underserved in the population. They can't just go out and buy everything they need, magnets and whatever else they might need for experiments at home. I'm worried that they're not going to be doing science anymore. So we created those kits for her.
That's
for
so
all her
cool.
kids. I mean, what an amazing thing to be able to do for someone else.
Well, science is great, right?
It is great.
And I remember as a kid, I loved the science experiment, the experiments that we would do at home. And it's been interesting how the word, even science, has been somehow politicized.
Oh.
People who, don't believe in science and believe the rumors instead. When I was in school, if you didn't believe in science, it was just called failing, right? But I think we can all acknowledge that science is cool. And because these young people, the jobs of tomorrow, 50% of them, they don't even exist yet. But if a young person has a really strong foundation in STEM education, then they're just setting themselves up for success.
That's right. It gives you options. It teaches you that critical thinking. So you may go on to be an English teacher, but you've learned the critical thinking skills that you need by studying science, learning about technology, immersing yourself in math. Even if that's not your thing, in the end, learning those skills really is invaluable, and it really does give you choices in life.
Learning how things work. I wonder if part of your flexibility just as a human and the fact that you are so dynamic is a direct result of the fact that your upbringing was very interesting. Little known fact about Casey Curry, she was born in Panama.
Yep.
Your father was in the Army, so you guys were moving all the time. Is it true you went to 9 elementary schools?
That is absolutely true. 9 elementary schools and 3 fifth grades. 3 fifth grades.
And at the
Talk
time,
about being the new kid.
That must have been tough, or did you love it?
It was tough then, but you're right. I think those skills that I learned growing up are what has enabled me to be successful in a lot of ways now. I mean, I've never met a stranger. I'm never scared to walk into a room of people that I don't know. And how great is that? You know, you have all this room of people that you don't know, and now you get to know them. I mean, how great is that? And plus, just living all over the world and learning about different cultures, it just gives you a different appreciation, which is why I think we've settled in Houston and loved it so much, because it does feel very international, and we have so many different kinds of people here that have come from all over the world, different industries, and it just feels really comfortable, like home.
Yeah, well, it is your home. You're part of the fabric of this city now, of course. Thinking about the way I was raised, I mean, I was raised in a much more insular place, so I was terrified. Even when we would go visit my grandmother in a small town, going to church with other young people I didn't know, I was terrified of change. So it's nice to hear a little bit about
like in the military, you actually go to church at some posts and bases, depending on how big or small they are. Sometimes when you go to church on Sunday, you're just going with whatever service they've got. So you might be like, okay, well, we're all going to church today, but it might be Baptist today, or it might be Catholic today.
What?
Yes.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's so super. So you just go with all of your friends and different families and whatever it is that day. And it's not that way at every post, and it may be different now than when I was a kid.
That is so
ago. But
listen, I would have loved that, because what a great way to be exposed to different beliefs.
Yes, and you learn different hymns then, and just different ways that that it works. You know, everybody's got different customs and ways that they do things in church.
Something that you are really passionate about the environment and also animals.
Animals, oh, they're my heart. We just continue to add to the animals. We don't have any more kids, but we've got more animals than we know what to do with.
Wait, how many?
Well, there's Rosita, our rescue dog from Red Collar Rescue, and the cat that Rosita is licking, not because she wants to eat him, because she loves him, is Gray. And Gray on the left, Lunar Rainbow on the right. They're both rescues. They were both just outside cats that we just were like, come on in. One of our vet friends found Lunar Rainbow there. And we have another one, Cougar, that was in the very beginning when we moved into our neighborhood, there were a lot of feral cats. And we just were like, we can't do that. That's just not going to work. So
it's a thing in Houston.
It is. So we trapped. We have traps. So we trapped. Spay, neuter, released all of them, and kept the kittens, and then would get the kittens adopted. So our colony is very small. It's like 4 cats, but we've gone through like 5 or 6 litters, and one of our cats is from the litter.
You are such a good person. You really are.
Or a crazy person.
No, that really is incredible, because I know that takes a lot of time, and trapping a feral cat is not easy.
It's patience.
It could be dangerous too.
Yeah, but you know, almost all of them, we only had one that just wasn't really happy about it, but she was the mom. We had to get her because that was the key to the whole thing. So she was the most, you know, wily of all of them.
Well, that's fantastic. Yeah, get the feral cats, get them, you know, taken care of.
Yeah, because once they're spayed and neutered, they don't really fight, and they don't, you know, go to the bathroom everywhere so much. And
yeah, I was just out last night in the neighborhood, and there were cats all over, and I thought, wow, Houston, we got a cat problem.
Yeah, we need to get some traps to people.
We need more Casey Currys in the world. Okay, so meteorology. I know you went to school in Colorado for undergrad. Journalism, right? Colorado State?
University of Colorado.
University of Colorado. And then Mississippi, you did?
Mississippi State.
Okay.
Which is where a lot of folks, once they've started working in the business, Mississippi State is very smart about how they do things. They don't make you go back and get everything. They just take and let you choose what you need to take to pass and get your test.
Oh, that's nice.
So being a meteorologist, they want it to be very multidisciplinary. So they want pilots and teachers and all kinds of folks to be meteorologists. So they make it very accessible for people.
Do you feel like even though you have stopped being a meteorologist on television, that weather is still in your blood?
Yes. In fact, my husband was just talking about buying me a weather station, like one of those fancy ones for our house. So no, and it is. And whenever anything happens, I'm always the one on the phone like, okay, people, seriously, wrap your pipes, or seriously, whatever it is, get out of town, or the hurricane's coming, whatever it is. Yeah, I'm totally that person. I'm militant about it.
Okay,
sure.
Well, I'm going to be calling you the next time, because
please, like with your crew here, are you kidding me? You don't need to call me.
It's true. We do have an army of meteorologists.
And I mean, come on now. Britta, like, come on, you're not calling me.
Where were you yesterday, though? Last night turned out to be such a beautiful evening, and the afternoon was great. Earlier in the day, though, I actually was in the parking lot of KPRC, and I called my producer, Aaron, and said, you know, I think I'm going to just take this meeting from my car.
Yeah, because it wasn't safe.
Yeah, but I did end up making a dash for it, and it's a good thing I did, because otherwise I would have been caught in that wind and rain for a long time.
Well, and there were tornadoes with it, too. I mean, those were severe thunderstorms yesterday, so no, you probably didn't want to hang out in your car too much.
Can you help me understand something?
I can try.
So I think, how much time do we have before break, guys? Okay, well, we have 30 seconds, but I have a question for you about the whole hurricane naming thing, because I understand the Greek alphabet was just retired. People were getting confused. When we have a long hurricane season and we run out of A to Z names, then we go to the Greek alphabet, but that's not going to happen anymore, right?
No, and they had done that over the years, because usually you just got to like A or B or C, and in the last few seasons, we've pretty much gone through the list, and that just got really challenging for people.
Because it was like Eta, Theta, Zeta. Officials were saying that people were confused by the names and instead of focused on the storms. Okay, we got to take a break, but still to come on Houston Life, it is National, get this, Awkward Moments Day. After the break, we're going to share some of the times that maybe made us want to run and hide. Something tells me our viewers are going to send some good comments for that as well.
I can't wait to hear what yours is. You might have a
Likewise.
Plus, a beloved barbecue restaurant in Katy is bouncing back after a major fire last month. Lauren Kelly is there with ways that you can help get them back on their feet. That's when Houston Life returns in 2 minutes.
Well, welcome back to Houston Life. As we mentioned at the top of the hour, we are awaiting that news conference from Mayor Turner. We're going to go to news right now. Hi, Jonathan. Jonathan Martinez, thank you so much for that.
All right, exciting news.
It is, indeed. Coming up on Houston Life, we are shining the spotlight on a month-long campaign to raise awareness about brain injuries. From preventions to causes and treatments, we are getting answers from a local neurosurgeon.
And later, country music's rising star, Danielle Bradbery. She talks about how her life has changed since winning season 4 of The Voice. Houston Life will be right back.
March is Brain Injury Awareness Month, a national effort to educate the public in identifying serious injuries in order to get them treated as soon as possible. Here with tips for a faster recovery, neurosurgeon with UT Health and Memorial Hermann, Dr. Ryan Kitagawa. Welcome, doctor.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So during this Brain Injury Awareness Month, what do you want the public to know? Because brain injuries are very complex, and I can imagine every situation is totally different.
Oh, absolutely. And I think one of the important things to understand is that brain injury is not just one disease. It is a broad spectrum of diseases. When we typically think of brain injuries, we think of the most severe, things like gunshot wounds or major car accidents with patients in comas. And what we really need to understand is that brain injury is a huge spectrum of diseases. We're increasingly understanding better about things like concussions, which, although is a mild form of head injury, is absolutely a brain injury that can have some pretty significant consequences along the way. So it's not just one kind of disease, it's many kinds of diseases, and recognizing that and recognizing what could potentially be a head injury is actually quite important.
And we're seeing on the screen right now, doctor, some of those traumatic brain injuries, things that would, cause harm to the brain. There are also non-traumatic injuries. Can you give us some examples of those?
Well, of course, absolutely. There are many different things that can cause injury to the brain itself. Stroke probably being one of the most common kinds, and that is a lack of blood flow to the brain that inevitably injures the brain. And that is something that recognizing a stroke is absolutely essential, because early treatments of stroke can really have a huge difference in the long-lasting effects of stroke. But as you see from that list, there are many different things like infections of the brain that can certainly have long-lasting consequences. And of course, other things like we hear ruptured aneurysms, meaning that the bleeding of some of the blood vessels in and around the brain itself can certainly have devastating consequences. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a blow to the head that can have long-term effects.
When we talk about, you just mentioned a blow to the head, a traumatic injury versus a non-traumatic injury, is the bottom line takeaway here, doctor, that early treatment is critical, seeing a specialist immediately?
Absolutely. I think the biggest takeaway point is early identification of that, and then an understanding of what constitutes sort of a mild type of injury versus what constitutes something pretty major. So, a blow to the head accompanied by a little bit of headache is usually more of a mild type of injury. But obviously a blow to the head that leads to loss of consciousness or something major like that, an alteration in someone's thinking and cognition, certainly would trigger early identification. In terms of a non-traumatic brain injury, something like a stroke, if suddenly somebody stops speaking or stops moving one side of the body or the other, that's something that very early identification should mean an emergency to bring the patient to the hospital right away. As we have better and better technologies, we have better and better ways to prevent the long-lasting effects of a stroke, to potentially even take something that is as major as not speaking and not moving and recovering that function if you can treat it quickly enough.
And Dr. Kitagawa, we're just about out of time, but you just mentioned it may seem extreme if someone's not speaking or they're demonstrating other signs, but the important news is there is treatment available.
Yes, absolutely. As technology becomes more and more advanced, we're becoming more and more adept at treating these things. The technology for stroke has come an extremely far way to be able to prevent these problems. In terms of traumatic brain injury, our management of brain swelling, and the new technologies that are on the horizon, things like medications, things like stem cells, are offering some really exciting things for the future. All
right, Dr. Ryan Kitagawa, thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.
And if you would like more information, you can visit memorialhermann.org/brain-injury or call 713-704-7100. Now let's shift gears and send things on over to Joe Sam for a look at what he has coming up.
Well, thank you there. Coming up, there's nothing sweeter than wine and family, and that's exactly what you're going to be experiencing at ERMA Rose Winery. I'll take you inside this special family-owned and operated business, and Houston Life is back in 2 minutes. Well, welcome back to Houston Life. You know, throughout the month of March, Houston Life and KPRC2 have been highlighting outstanding women in the community. Well, Jennifer Prothero is toasting to the success that she's had on the Houston wine scene while honoring the special women in her life, including her grandmother, Irma. I sat with both of them, and they shared with me how Irma Rose Winery started and how it's continuing to get sweeter and sweeter every single day. There's nothing like having a sweet bottle of wine, and at Irma Rose Winery, you'll feel right at home.
It just like gives you that down home feeling, like everything about Irma Rose is family. So like it's like coming to a family reunion, listening to some live music, drinking some wine, being around your friends and family. Family is what inspired Jennifer when coming up with the name Irma Jewel Hobley and Rosa Jones Prothero, the mother and grandmother of the Prothero family, two very special women in Jennifer's life, and they appreciate the recognition.
It feels good. Feels really good to be honored.
The winery also serves as a place for young men and women to get a taste of what it's like running a business, from the fermentation of the fruits to the bottling process, labeling, and shipping, making sure a bit of care and love is incorporated in each step. I just want them to enjoy the wine and know that it was made from the heart. You know, we do everything here with our hands. All the young people that work for me, they've worked hard to get us where we are, and even those that aren't still here with us, they've helped us get this far. And I just, you know that it took a lot of people to make the wine and get it to where it is.
What would you say about your granddaughter that just makes you feel wonderful, being able to see how much she's accomplished and how far she's come?
Oh, I am so proud of my baby. Yes, I took care of her from a little bitty baby when her mom and daddy went to work. And I'm just so proud of her. I don't know what to do. I really am.
Now, on April 24th, Jennifer will be hosting an event to honor her late father and releasing a special wine made for him. Proceeds from that event will go towards an educational scholarship for the community. To find out more about the winery and this event, I'll have a link on our website, HoustonLife.tv. Now, guys, I have some wine for you there, the one that they were making in the story, the Dragonfly. I want you to taste that and let me know how it tastes, because the grandmother, it's her favorite one. Tell me about that. Nice and
good.
Sweet.
There's a nice fragrance to it as well.
Yes.
This feels like I should be by a pool right now.
Oh, right? I know.
It is spring break, so I feel like I'm doing that right now.
Summertime, and spring is on its way, just a couple days away.
Strawberry flavor.
A little strawberry, a little berry. Yeah, that's the perfect wine to have for the spring.
Oh, this is nice.
Joe Sam, thanks so much.
Cheers.
Cheers. All right, coming up on Houston Life, local singer Danielle Bradbery shares how she found her voice in country music.
Houston Life will be right back.
Beautiful, talented, the list goes on and on. That is a great video. Danielle Bradbery's song, Never Have I Ever. Since winning season 4 of The Voice, the Cypress songstress has released 2 albums and toured with country stars like Blake Shelton and Kane Brown.
And we're so excited. She joins us now to chat about her promising music career. Not just promising, it's like happening now. So excited to have Danielle Bradbery with us today. How are you doing, Danielle?
I'm good. How are y'all?
Good. You look good.
Oh, thank you.
It's half the battle, right?
Yeah.
So tell us, like, what has been going on with you lately? Because I know so many musicians are really kind of just not as busy and trying to figure out how do they keep their music going? How do they keep their creativity going? What have you been up to?
Oh man, well, I'd like to start off by saying it hasn't been always easy, and that's just me being honest. But you know, there's some days that I don't feel as motivated, but other days I'm like ready to go. Thankfully, I'm surrounded by a wonderful team that has been just, you know, even though things are stopping, we're still going to be working and try to do as much as we can possible. And so that has kind of helped me build my, you know, confidence with all of this and my motivation and all of that. So I've just been writing and and gearing up for new music and just any way that I can right now.
I think your positive attitude, Danielle, probably has a lot to do with your success. Here's the thing, though. It's sort of a trip. You're 24 now. I feel like we've watched you grow up. It was 2013 when you won The Voice, so you were 16 years old back then. And at the time, I remember you essentially had not performed really on the stage before. And this is a huge deal for someone growing up in Cypress, born in League City, Cy Ranch High School. I mean, this was sort of a critical time in your life, a turning point, right?
It was definitely, I mean, obviously the biggest thing that has ever happened to me in my life, being 16 years old, not knowing what is going on. I had my mom with me the whole time, and just, I mean, being in front of the stars that were there with Blake and Adam, Usher, Shakira, I'm just like, what is going on? And it was just a dream. It changed my life forever. It changed my life. And it was such a huge turning point for me. And I just soaked in every moment of it. I was just, take me wherever, and I'm so moldable right now. So I learned so much, and I'm still learning. So, yeah.
So Danielle, what is it like now that you kind of sit back and watch? Are you a fan of The Voice now? Because I feel like The Voice has become one of those things that all of us enjoy now that we're kind of all at home doing everything virtually. It's really become a place where everybody can connect even differently and maybe even more importantly than it was before.
Yeah, I've been able to catch a lot more than I would have. The great thing about social media too is I can catch some performances and all that stuff that I had missed on live TV. But it's been really cool to see how they are doing it, especially during the pandemic. You know, some of them, they had to do their finale shows at home. And I'm like, oh my God, if I had to do that, that would make me so nervous. So everybody that did that is such a trooper. And I think it's coming back to real live shows again. So that's really exciting. And it's been so fun to watch. And everybody that has gone on that show is just blows my mind. They're all so amazing.
Well, Danielle, it's been so fun to watch your career as your star continues to rise. You recently graced the cover of People magazine's Spring Health issue. I know you have some tour dates eventually coming up later this year. So best of luck to you. And don't forget us here at Houston Life. Come back and visit anytime.
Oh, thank you so much.
Danielle Bradbery, thank you. And to our viewers, you can listen to Danielle's music on all streaming platforms. If you'd like to connect with her, you can also visit our website, HoustonLife.tv. We'll be right back.
You guys, Katie's Midway Barbecue caught fire last month, and this is a true story of Texans helping Texans. I am here at their temporary location today, just down the street, really, from their old location. I am with the owner, Herman Meyer. You got to tell everybody what happened.
I got a call about 2:30 in the morning saying, hey, your barbecue's blazing. We, of course, at 2:30 in the morning, I'm kind of fumbling around. Took a few minutes to get there, and I couldn't believe my eyes.
So now everybody has come together and is really supporting you in the community.
Yes, absolutely. From fundraisers to keep our key employees. Very nice.
I'm going to put a link, Herman, of all those fundraisers if people have the GoFundMe page, if they would like to help support. But thank you for allowing us to come in and showing us these pictures that we've been seeing of the restaurant, you know, burned to flames. It's a whole lifetime of memories in there.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, we're here to help you. We're going to hear you rebuild.
But that's okay.
Absolutely.
We just have to go on.
This is where I want to come over here. This is Colburn McClellan. Now, you've done something ultimately nice today. Why don't you tell everybody how they landed up in this space?
Yeah, so, we've been in Katy now about 6 years. And when you move to Katy, specifically Old Katy, you really recognize the entire feeling here is all about taking care of one another, from little ones all the way up. And so I'm in the restaurant business as well. And one of the first folks that came to welcome me to town was Mr. Herman Meyer. And so he welcomed us with open arms, and he came in that day and just had such a profound impact on us as a new business. You know, some of these small towns, they're hard to get into, you know, but they welcomed us with open arms. And so when this happened to the Meyer family, it wasn't but just a second. My wife, she came up with the idea. She said, we've got to act. We have to do something. And so fortunately, I had two businesses side by side. And
Colbert, what's the name of your other business?
So I have two. I have Willie Burger,
okay,
which is here in Old Katy, and then right next door was another one, Crown Kitchen.
Awesome.
And so it just was the right time, and we just wanted to extend the offer to Midway Barbecue and the family. And
thank you. Thank you so much to you, and thank you also to Herman for showing us. If you guys want more info on how to help them, HoustonLife.tv is where you can go. Check out all this food, you guys. We'll be back.
Tomorrow on Houston Life, another spin of that Houston Life prize wheel, a brand new prize. It's a 2-night stay at Cavalry Court by Valencia Hotel Group at Century Square and College Station. In the meantime, Casey Curry, thank you so much for filling in today.
So fun today.
It's always great hanging out. Come back and see us anytime.
Absolutely.
Okay, Houston Life is done, folks, but KPRC 2 News starts right now. Hey, guys.